technology that is built for your every sense. Acer Pure from Acer.
As India has now got a new vice president. As the elections in the country concluded, it was NDA's candidate CP Radhakrishnan who officially won by over 150 votes against his competitor Justice Reddy. Now, celebrations that broke out in the capital last evening, even as the Prime Minister met CP Radhakrishnan at the Union Minister Prahlad Joshi's residence to congratulate him. A total of 767 votes that were cast, with 15 being ruled as invalid. That left a total of 752, which was split between the two candidates. Now, while the NDA candidate, which is CP Radhakrishnan, who secured 452 votes, it was B. Sudershan Reddy of the opposition bloc that picked up 300 votes. However, the fact that Justice Reddy managed to secure only 300 votes when they had more MPs in their favor certainly raises eyebrows. Who betrayed the opposition bloc and cross-voted in the favor of the NDA candidate, as far as whose Atmad Antar ki awaaz wo thi, which is now being portraying exactly when it comes to beyond expectations that CP Radhakrishnan won with a big margin. Now, top sources suggesting, as far as cross-voting that may have taken place, who could be involved when we speak of this cross-voting when it comes to the opposition MPs. It is now being touted that it could be 3 MPs from the RJD, 1 MP from the JMM, and the surprise that actually came from the Aam Aadmi Party, around 6 of them. Now, remember, the opposition bloc has been claiming that the Aam Aadmi Party was on board the candidature of B. Sudershan Reddy, but however, the game completely changed. What is now being said, around 6 of them that voted in the favor of the NDA candidate. Now, here is the Shiv Sena MP, Naresh Maske, who has gone on to claim that even MPs from the Shiv Sena UBT faction and NCP Sharad Pawar faction may have cross-voted in the vice presidential elections.
को ये तो तय था कि एनडीए के जो उम्मीदवार हैं वो तो चुन के आएंगे। मैं सुबह भी आपको बोला था, जो हमारे जो टारगेट है, हमारे जो वोट्स है 427, उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिलेंगे और उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिले हैं। महाराष्ट्र के यूबीटी के, एनसीपी के जो खासदार है, कुछ कांग्रेस के खासदार है, वो नाराज थे, अपने नेतृत्व पे नाराज थे, तो उन्होंने शायद हमें वोट दिया है, ऐसा हमें लग रहा है, और 100% उन्होंने हमको वोट दिया है। महाराष्ट्र के जो राज्यपाल थे वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के लिए खड़े थे। महाराष्ट्र का अस्मिता का जो विषय था, इसीलिए महाराष्ट्र के लोगों ने उनको वोट दिए होंगे।
So has the opposition really failed to keep their flock together? However, they seem to be now rather focusing on the margin from the previous elections to the elections now. They believe that the margin has significantly gone up, and they want to try to portray a picture that the opposition India bloc is very much united and very much intact. But when we speak of the morality victory, moral victory, or even when it comes to the consciousness, is something that has now been provoked as a thought by Union Minister Kiran Rijiju himself. Let's take a look exactly what he has said. Now, upon the victory of CP Radhakrishnan, previously when he had thanked all the MPs for voting in the vice presidential election, and now they were waiting for the counting of the votes and result and collective will of the members that reflect the true spirit of the parliamentary democracy. This is what he posted when the result came out. Special thanks to some of the MPs of the India Alliance, or the India Alliance, who voted with conscience or for the NDA candidate as far as CP Radhakrishnan ji in the vice presidential elections. NDA and all our friendly MPs remain united. Congratulations to everyone on electing a humble and efficient man as a true patriot as India's new vice president. So let's get connected with Pragya now, because Pragya, yesterday we have seen entire day there was man-to-man marking literally on part of the government there. Union ministers were appointed with the charge when it comes to the MPs hailing from different parts of the country, and this is where it seems that the unity that was kept intact for the government side. However, the picture was very different from the opposition side. They maintained that they had 100% secured when it comes to Sudershan Reddy to come together, because they knew that numbers were not in their favor. But the result is something that went beyond the expectations of everyone.
Well, Amita, you rightly said that there was man-to-man marking, and in charge of this whole operation were the union ministers. In fact, remember, there was a mock drill and mock training for all the NDA MPs, a day before the polling. and on the day of polling, breakfast meeting, that same training was, there was a sort of refreshing course for all the MPs as well. They were told that they need to ensure that they cast valid votes. The valid votes are a key to success with a huge margin of the NDA VP candidate. And this is exactly what we saw in the polling. Barring 10 MPs from NDA that we got to know from the sources, everyone voted, and in fact this is the highest margin that NDA got for the VP post. And now VP elect CP Radhakrishnan has been congratulated by all the NDA MPs. Having said that, there is also a feeling in the NDA, and in fact NDA was very sure that not from their side but from the opposition camp there are many who are dissatisfied within their own camps, and they're going to vote for CP Radhakrishnan just to spite their own parties. This is a secret ballot. You cannot out the names, and this is the exact moment where you can take revenge, and this is a kind of sweet revenge for all of them who voted against their India candidate, Mr. B. Sudershan Reddy, and for the NDA candidate. And there is, there was a sense of hope in NDA camp also. They knew that many in the opposition will respond to their conscience and vote for CP Radhakrishnan.
Yes.
And this
so
is
it seems that the moral victory and the antaratma ki jo awaaz hai, that may have influenced the opposition MPs when it comes to voting in favor of not their own candidate but the candidate of the NDA. Please to stay on with us, Pragya, because exactly when we speak of CP Radhakrishnan, who has secured a comfortable victory when it comes to the numbers, they already knew that it was in their favor. The Congress, however, is calling it as a moral political victory of the opposition bloc. They say that Justice Reddy managed to secure 40% of the votes as compared to 26% that happened in 2022. Hence, they call it as a victory of the opposition bloc, saying that it is very much intact. However, you've already been reminded of similar claims that has been made when the BJP came back to power for the third time in 2024 elections. There were at that time 14 MPs who have cross-voted during elections, and this once again seemed to have revived the Congress's vote chori narrative. Now, this post was put up by the Congress party where they suggested and insinuated that there is a possible voter chori even here as well. Then there are others who use this election once again to revive the anti-EVM narrative. They have been asking, remember, it was exactly at 10 a.m. yesterday morning, the Prime Minister who began with the procedure of the elections of the Vice President. They say when the Prime Minister who can cast his vote using ballot paper, then why is he himself not getting elected via the same method? Sample the reactions that are coming in from the opposition side.
देखिए, देश के लिए सुखद खबर है कि एनडीए के उम्मीदवार सीपी राधाकृष्णन जी देश के उपराष्ट्रपति होंगे। उनको 452 से ज्यादा वोट मिला। विपक्षी सांसदों ने भी अंतरात्मा के आवाज पे वोट दिया, उनको पसंद किया।
तो इसमें कोई शक नहीं कि क्रॉस वोटिंग हुई है। इनको तो बदल सकते हैं, सांसदों को तो छीन सकते हैं, लेकिन जनता को नहीं छीन पाएंगे। जनता धीरे धीरे पूरी तरह से इंडिया गठबंधन की तरफ मुड़ रही है।
राहुल गांधी जी को जरूर था कि अंतरात्मा की आवाज पर वोट देना चाहिए, तो उनकी अंतरात्मा की आवाज को सुनते हुए और जिस तरह का उपराष्ट्रपति के उम्मीदवार का उन्होंने चयन किया था, उसके कारण 25 से ज्यादा लोगों ने क्रॉस वोटिंग की है।
अनफॉर्चुनेटली 15 वोट रिजेक्ट हुए हैं, इनवैलिड हुए हैं और 300 वोट ऑपोजिशन को मिला।
Candidate has won with a whooping majority, I would say 452 votes. First preference, and this is also shows something about the cross voting, but Congress says that it is the moral victory of Congress, and they also, Mr. Khadge has also commented that they would expect that VP elect would not succumb to the dispensation and also give equal voice to opposition. How do you react to that?
Well, I think after so many defeats over the last 11 years, the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is indisputable, and I wish the Congress many more such moral victories, because their helplessness in defeat after defeat is reflected in their behavior,
in their comments and in their continuous attack on constitutional authorities. The Honorable Vice President-elect has won by a thumping majority. We've seen a huge number of the opposition India Alliance members also voting for Honorable Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. And even after that, the Congress does not learn their lessons, and they have already started casting aspersions or attacking the Honorable Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. It is truly condemnable, and this is the reason why the Congress and their leaders have lost the faith and trust of the people of India.
So BJP and the union ministers are of the opinion that the opposition led by the Congress seems to be in a different world altogether or living in an illusion